Okay, looking at the final 5 stories we're following today. A long lineup of residents along Dixon Street in Cambridge this afternoon as the city handed out 1,300 free sausages during its annual Oktoberfest Lunch. Organizers say it's the largest number of attendees they've seen in years. Usually, Cambridge holds the event at the start of Oktoberfest, but this year they pushed it back a week in order for the German ambassador to Canada to attend. He helped Mayor Jan Liggett tap the keg this afternoon.
I'm very happy to see that all of these lovely sausages, and I tried one, are given out for free to the population, so to really build a bridge between the Oktoberfest and the people of Cambridge. I think that's a lovely initiative and a great idea. And of course, I'm also looking forward to having a glass of beer or two later on in the day.
At 6, Colton Weens will have more on the day and the plans being made to expand Oktoberfest into Cambridge. Catalog housing is making a comeback. The federal government has launched a new housing design catalog in hopes of accelerating developments across the country. Housing Minister Gregor Robertson made the announcement in Kitchener today. The catalog features 50 standardized designs, including row houses, 4plexes, 6plexes, and accessory dwelling units. Each blueprint is curated to different building requirements in 7 regions across Canada. The feds say the goal is to build more homes faster to help address Canada's housing shortage.
This is a partnership led by the federal government, CMHC, but working with local governments as well to make sure that having standardized designs can speed up the process of approvals.
The minister says several cities, including Kitchener, have already reviewed the designs and support the initiative. As for when shovels could be in the ground here, the city says that depends on developers. Well, more than 5 years after the pandemic, Canada's healthcare workers are on the front line are still struggling. A new survey from the Canadian Medical Association shows doctors are burnt out and facing depression as the system buckles under increased pressure. 46% of physicians have reported high levels of burnout. Many doctors cited growing frustrations like the amount of administrative tasks, complexity of patient care, and increased expectations of patients and families. Big things are on the way for a tiny camera. Last year, we told you about a made-in-Kitchener medical imaging device, which allows doctors to see inside blood vessels in a clearer way and in color. Now it's being licensed by Health Canada.
Well, you might have an obstruction in an artery, but you don't know what it is. So it could be a blood clot, it could be some sort of plaque. So if you treat it properly the first time, with this new information, the patient could do better.
Spencer Turcott will tell us more about what this Health Canada clearance means for such procedures. And finally for us tonight, an unforgettable wildlife encounter for passengers waiting to board a ferry in BC. This ferry delay proved to be worth the wait. Passengers heading into Horseshoe Bay were treated to a humpback whale sighting right in the harbor as the curious animals splashed around the bay. And I will say I have had the pleasure of seeing some humpbacks in person, and it is an incredible experience. I'm sure they were all thrilled to see it.